Today's mission is to find out whether sniping is better during day or night in Arma Reforger. We're going to go over the pros and cons of each, while also throwing in some tips and tricks to help improve your sniping skills overall. So sit back, relax, and get your notepads out, because if you know anything about sniping, patience always pays off. Now for a little bit of context. My orders were to hold this roadway right across from an enemy base. When I arrived at the location, I saw that my highest vantage point would be a church bell tower, and this leads us straight into chapter 1, daytime. Now where there's a lot of advantages in daytime sniping, there's also a lot of disadvantages. You have to be very careful about your movements because where there's clear visibility and enhanced spotting for you, the enemy also has these advantages on their side. I normally wouldn't show any mercy to this guy, but I think this is the same dude that I just previously killed, and killing him 2 times in a row would probably set off red flags and blow my cover, which I didn't want that to happen just yet. I hoped in letting him go, he would think that one of his teammates maybe found my position and took me out. The funny thing was, is here he comes down the road again, and his reaction was priceless. With him having a general idea of where I was, I knew that I would have to create a diversion, in hopes to keep my elevated position a secret. My goal was to do the same thing I was doing currently, but I wanted to make sure that they could see my position and sear it into their memory to tell all their teammates. While this was a very risky thing to do, every teammate that they would tell about this would second guess this tree line and give me an extra layer of security on my elevated position in the tower. That guy bled out. After their teammate bled out, the truck eventually left. One major negative of the daytime is during the day, these doors, I kept having to close and open depending on which angle I was looking at because I didn't want to silhouette myself through 2 open doors. But that was about to not be a problem anymore because we were about to get into chapter 2, nighttime. As the sun went down, it was becoming more and more apparent that the darkness was only going to be a good thing for me.
I was born in it, molded by it.
Now, where it was more balanced during the daytime, visibility during the night was more one-sided for me, because all of my targets, whether that be the street or the enemy base itself, had street lights backlighting almost the whole way, while my bell tower was completely dark. I have to say that a nighttime sniping operation is much more successful if you are able to scout the area as I did during the day to understand the routes of the trucks and the soldiers coming in and out of where you're sniping. Another boost to your stealth while sniping is always adding a suppressor to your weapon platform, whether it be day or night. Ha, he bled out. But suppressors at nighttime become even more crucial for minimizing noise and maximizing surprise. Shit, they're looking for me. When you know there's multiple pairs of ears listening for your shot to ring out, it can be useful to conceal the report of your rifle with the sound of a helicopter or vehicle. The other option is to minimize the amount of ears that are able to listen. If you see the enemy continuing to find cover and they're still exposed to you, then they are having a hard time pinning exactly where you are. They're continuing to bleed out. I don't think those guys even realize they're getting shot at. As a sniper, it's very important to play your role and understand that sometimes it's better to just hide and look at another angle than even expose yourself to something that you can't fight. Didn't really want to pick a fight with that guy. This is one of the times where visibility was very tricky for me. The only way I could see these guys was the backlight of their NVG goggles off of their heads. Ah yes, a triple war crime. Another bonus of nighttime sniping was utilizing night vision. Advanced tech offers greater situational awareness and target identification and can really benefit you when you need it most. Those are friendlies. As friendly forces converged on the enemy base, things became much more lively on the ground level around my building. They're inside. I don't know if they're friendly or not. Well, that answers my question. This brings me to my next point. While giving friendlies the support they needed to take the base, I also needed to pay attention to my own security to ensure that I could continue providing them cover. RPG on the back, but could be a friendly. This is gonna get hot. I don't know if he's trying to get a grenade up here, so I guess. Oh yeah, we capped it. So friendlies. After the friendly forces took the base, we won the game soon after, but we still needed to conclude whether nighttime or daytime was a better environment for sniping. The visibility of daytime was nice, but it came with a price of much less stealth. Nighttime was clearly more effective for this particular operation, and I believe regardless of the task, the extra layer of concealment and stealth is very beneficial. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, and while you're down there, make sure you guys subscribe. I really appreciate those of you who stayed all the way to the end, and I will catch you guys in the next video.